Another important concept that needs to be remembered is white balance. White balance can be thought as the setting to balance color temperature. It is often considered as a tool to manage the temperature in an image. Basically, we need to match the colors in an image with the surrounding colors due to different lights as seen by our eyes and balance the whites. Our eyes can adjust to any type of light in fractions of a second, but the cameras still need help in getting the balance of colors right. There are a few preset settings in your camera for setting up white balance. These are auto, incandescent, fluorescent, shade, direct sunlight, cloudy, flash, and a manual mode. In the auto mode, the camera tries to select the color temperature by sensing the light from the scene. This works mostly fine and a good place to start if you are beginning your photography journey. Incandescent mode is for shooting indoors in light comprising mostly of a bulb. In this mode, the camera will try to reduce the reds and oranges to cool down the colors in the photo. Fluorescent is opposite of incandescent and tries to warm the colors in a fluorescent light. Shade Shade or direct light is generally considered to be cooler, hence towards blue light. In this mode, the camera tries to warm up the colors a little bit. Direct sunlight mode is the basic setting which tries to assume there is no strong source of light. Cloudy mode tries to warm up a little bit more than direct sunlight. The flash mode is not available in all cameras, but it tries to compensate to bright light source in your scene. If you're not happy with the presets, you can also set the white balance manually. When you set these manually, you need to focus on any white subject and try to make sure you are getting the perfect white. This will help the camera to set a reference and adjust other colors relatively. You can also find specialized gray cards specifically designed for this purpose. They can help you in figuring out the whites and the blacks properly for reference of other colors. For beginning, you do not need to buy these cards. You can just point your camera towards a strong color surface in your scene, preferably white, and make sure that the white balance is perfect for getting that color. The other colors will be captured accordingly. When you're shooting something important, make sure to do 2 or 3 test shots to check the white balance and adjust accordingly. Here are The first example is a scene using natural light. The slide is showing the photo taken using auto mode where the white balance is set by the camera. And here is the same image taken in different white balance presets. We can see here that since incandescent and fluorescent are not for natural light, the white balance in them is totally off, giving a strong bluish tint all over the image. The other four modes look well balanced, and now it comes to your choice which according to you is looking good for your liking. In the next example, we have repeated the same experiment but with an incandescent or yellow light. Again, in the auto mode, the camera decided the white balance and the photo looks really well balanced. Going to the modes, we can see that the incandescent and fluorescent modes have good balanced colors and exposure, but all other four modes are giving a red tint to the image. Again, this is because these four modes are trying to put warmer tones in the image towards the red spectrum. Now, there might be some conditions where there are mixed lights with natural, incandescent, fluorescent, or bright neon lights. In these situations, typically the preset modes do not work. Here we have to set the white balance manually. The manual white balance is actually setting the temperature of colors in the image. Next, let's look at what focal length is and how it affects our compositions.